Hi, and welcome back. My name is Deneen. You can call me D. I'm an astrologer and I teach people the psychology behind marketing. And today we're going to be hopping into Mars in Capricorn. Okay, so Mars in Capricorn. Let's start off with Capricorn being a cardinal sign. Okay, so this is a lot of energy, a lot of oomph, a lot of emphasis behind their action. But also, since it's Capricorn, there is a need, okay, a little bit of a need for this person to learn and actually learn how to assert themselves in a way that makes them and has other people see them as an authority, okay? As an authority, like, they don't have to be the top person at their freaking job, okay? But when they take action, a person is seen like this is very professional. They understand what they're doing. They know exactly what it takes, okay? Because Mars sitting in the sign of Capricorn, all right? Buying and selling, okay? Buying and selling businesses just in general, business in general, okay? And bargaining, okay? Capricorn building, constructing, all right? Mars in Capricorn, this can have a person who can build and construct, all right? They have a lot of energy to endure what it is that they want to go towards. So in the process of this, okay, let's talk about this. In the process of this, right, we have Capricorn, which deals with Saturn. It's cold, okay? But we also have Mars, which is hot, okay? So what happens there, or how does this show itself? I'm glad you asked. Now, Mars in Capricorn, this can show itself as heat being trapped underneath the skin, or heat being in the skin and showing up as a rash, or even showing up as just dryness going on with the skin, okay? When there's anger, frustration in skin, all right? And it's not being addressed, all right? It's been accumulated. Now, Mars also in Capricorn can show, okay, a person who has a lot of energy that they're going to structure in this time for them to be able to properly assert themselves in whichever field or category they want to, but also to have the endurance to reach the goals that they want. Now, this Mars in Capricorn, it gives you a lot of strength, but it also gives you a lot of boundaries, limitations that at first they might feel like boundaries, they might feel like limitations, but they're actually leading you to exactly where you want to be in the future, okay? Now, this energy, Mars is very active, right? Now, this energy, and you have Capricorn, can have an accumulation happen with them, right? We talked about cold and hot, so we can have a person who has stoicism to them, like they're a little bit stoic, they have an RBF face, okay? They look like they're a little bit cold. However, underneath the surface, they can be frustrated, or there can be other things going on, okay, that they're not reacting to, or you're not going to see them react to. They're keeping it under the surface, okay? However, when this happens, I encourage you to, one, step back. Take a step back, okay? Don't. Take a step back, okay? Because Mars here in Capricorn is manifestation, okay? This is materialized, okay? And this, in this case, when you have frustration, when you get frustrated, when you feel like there's a need for you to act and structure your action in this way, but underneath the surface, this is really what's going on. You need to take a step back, because that can accumulate in the body, okay? And for you to release and to let go, you need to give yourself some time, so it's not becoming an accumulated feeling in the body, okay? Now, Mars in Capricorn also too, all right, not only do you have a lot of endurance, but if you would like to save, if you would like to do things that pertain to building wealth and money, okay, you can most definitely do that, all right? Now, Mars in Capricorn, depending on what freaking house it's in, but Mars in Capricorn, just in general, it being in Capricorn, is very good for you being able to save for a rainy day, put things away for a rainy day, okay? If you have this in your chart, yes, you can. Yes, you can do it. All right. And Mars in Capricorn, you're going to become that authority, and you're your freaking own life, okay? But also you're going to be able, through the way that you assert yourself, show other people, okay, what they would need to do and how they can structure their own actions so that they can also build what you built, construct what you've constructed. And this seems so simple to you guys because you've been doing this since a young age. You don't even realize what you're doing. You don't even realize what you're doing, okay? And you're building and you're constructing towards things that you want. And when you go towards things, right, you're learning in this process of what it is that you want. You're learning and Capricorn here is going to teach you how, okay? How, big emphasis on the how, which is the Capricorn, okay? How to buy, how to build, how to sell, how to bargain, okay? How to structure, all right? And this is for something that's long term, but it has authority, it has emphasis, it has impact behind it, for real, okay? So this is a placement, okay, that when you have it in your chart, you want to think about what it is that you want to go towards when it comes to things that you want to achieve. But also, too, things are going to show up for you to assert yourself and be that authority in your life. Go ahead and take them, okay? And you have an abundant amount of energy to endure things. So the stuff that you go after, the things that you want to do, can very much take, okay, and require a long amount of time. But it's for your benefit as you learn what correct actions need to naturally take place before you get there, okay? And you accumulate what it is that you want. Now, if you have this Mars in Capricorn placement, go ahead and hit the like button down below if this resonated with you. And if you don't ever want to miss out on our psychology and astrology videos, go ahead and hit subscribe and the notification bell so you're always notified, okay? You guys, I love and appreciate you all the time, and I will be seeing you.
Have you ever spoken something into existence, or do you just talk about other people's lives? Stop giving me advice. Stop giving me